In example 6, they give you the total sales, so they don't provide the purchases amount. So you have to use the sales to calculate the purchases. They tell you, so either they have to give you the purchases amount or they must give you the profit markup so that you can calculate it. The first thing that we will do is we will take this total sales and we will go and work out what is the profit markup. So the cost is 100, the sales is 150, and then we calculate what was our total sales. The catch here is that we make a lot of mistakes. Determine if it's the total sales or whether it's just the credit sales or just the cash sales. So you have to use the total sales to determine how much you have to purchase. Now, if we look at the cost price, what is the meaning of the cost price if we calculate the cost of sales? That means it's the cost price of the goods that was already sold. So that is the cost price that we paid for the goods when we purchased it. And that's why cost of sales and purchases will be exactly the same figure. And then they say they will pay the creditors as follows. So they don't tell you that some of the purchases will be on credit. You can make the assumption that everything is on credit and you don't buy anything for cash. Okay, so if we look at March, they tell us that they will pay 40% in the same month, so in March, to obtain 20% discount. So in March, I will show that we will calculate of this 240,000, 40% to see what is the amount that we will pay in that month, and we receive 20% discount, so we will only pay 80%. Then the next month we will pay 60%, so it will be the 240,000 times 60%. In April we will pay the 220,000 again, times the 40% to determine how much we will pay. We receive 20% discount on this amount that we pay, so it means it is 80%. And then on the 220,000 in May, I will calculate 60%. Okay, in May, we have to pay 260,000. In that same month, we will pay 40%, and on the amount calculated, we will pay 80% to provide for the discount. And then the next month, we will pay 60%. In June, we will only pay for June, and we will not do the calculation for July. So it's 280,000 times the 40% times the 80% to see what is the actual amount that we will pay in the business. Okay, so if we look at the first calculation, we will pay 67,800. 60% of 240,000 will be 144,000. Then the 40% less the 20% discount will give me 70,400, and the 60% 132,000. In May, the purchases is 260. We will pay 40%, receive 20% discount, and that will give me 83,200. And the 60% will be 156,000. And then again, on the 280, we will pay the 40, and then we will get 20% discount. So if you write it in 2 color pens, it makes it easy to see every time you go to the next month with those percentages, and your actual answer is in the blue color. Okay, if we look at the discount received, we have to work out how much discount we will receive every time when we buy the goods. So I'm going to look at the question here, and they say that we receive 20% discount. So it means on my March sales of we bought goods to replace it for 240,000, and on that 240,000 we will pay 40% during March. And how much discount will we receive? 20%. So I'm not going to work on the 80% now, because there we wanted to calculate what is the amount that we pay. For the discount, we want to see what is the amount discount that we will receive. And then the next month, it will be the 220,000 times 40% times 20%. And then in May, it is 260,000 times 40% times 20% discount. And in June, 280,000, and on the 40% that we first calculate, we will receive 20% discount. Okay, so this will give me 19,200. In April, 17,600. In May, 20,800. And in June, 22,400. Okay, so every month you will do the same calculation with the amount that was purchased during that month. If we want to calculate the outstanding debt at the end of March, during March, they paid 40%. So at the end of March, they still owe 60%. So it means that we have to work out what is the 60%. So I will take the 240,000 and multiply that with 60%, and that will give me 144,000 rand. In March, we paid 40%, and in April, we paid 60%. So it means we don't have any outstanding amounts at the end of April. If I look at April, at the end of April, we paid 40%. So it means we still owe 60%. So I will take the 220,000 times the 60%, and that will give me 132,000. In May, we paid 40%, and at the end we still owe 60%. So it means it is the 260,000 times 60%. That will give me 156,000. Okay, June, we sold in June. We paid in June 40%. So we still owe for July 60%. And that will give me 168.